It's been an interesting week this week. We finally took our son to in-person school. He started this week, and when summer came around, the virus was pretty prevalent, but you didn't have to worry about, hey, what are we going to do with our kids? They're on summer break. You didn't really have to worry about them. You just took them to the babysitter. Some people, you just stayed home since you weren't allowed to go to work anyways, and so it was kind of easy to manage, right? Some of us are going back to work, and we're trying to figure out, hey, what are we going to do with our kids? And we started the whole online thing. Me and my wife, we decided, like, hey, let's just be safe. Let's just be. He can learn online. He's pretty tech savvy. He can learn on a computer, on a tablet, or whatever, and I think he can do it. And so let's see how that turns out for maybe a quarter, and then we can reassess from then. And luckily with our school, they basically let us try online out for a few weeks, see how it's going, and then if we need to, we can switch that up. And so we did. We tried it out for 2 weeks. The first day was really fun. Our son was really excited. We try to give him all the tools in order to succeed, and then a few days go by, and then frustration started happening. We're like, hey, you're teaching them, it's your day to teach them. No, wait, I just taught them yesterday. No, it's your turn. And so then sometimes we try to do it together, but we worked all day, and then so the afternoon and at night we're over trying to teach our kids. And then there's sometimes where we took them to our work in order to teach him. He had to log in at a certain time, and all those components into it. It wasn't until finally we got in an argument. We were in an argument trying to figure out what to do, and we just decided, like, hey, this isn't working. I try not to be selfish in the sense of, like, if it was working, he was learning, all right, hey, we can put up with the sacrifice, and we can put up with it, right? But then I started also realizing that, hey, this isn't really fair to you, son. It's like we're not trained to teach. I mean, yeah, we try to teach our core values and everything we believe in, but we're not experts in the education field. I know math, but I don't know how to teach math especially to a 5 or 6 year old. And so we just made the decision, hey, son, I know it's like, it doesn't make sense to you right now, but I want the best education possible. You're at a critical age, right? You're at kindergarten, going into first grade. You're like a sponge, right? You're just, all the information soaking in, you're remembering things, you're building new skills, motor skills, all those types of things. And had we done online, at least for our situation, it could be different for different families' situation, but our situation, our son would have been like he was on summer break still. He would have done the work but not learned a thing. He would have been about 30% of whatever he's learning. And so we just had to make a decision, hey, you're gonna go back to school, you have to wear your mask. We know that that's gonna be something that was going to be hard for him as a 5-year-old, but at the same time, I know my son. I know he's strong. I know he is capable, and he can do this. He can pull through when circumstances don't go as planned, and we have to be agile and be able to adapt and move. I need him to learn how to do that, and so far this week he's gone back to school. He's been enjoying it. He's been telling us about his new friends that he's met. He has a new friend named Jonathan as well. So, son, I hope when you look back at this, and I don't know, when you're 10 years old, 18 years old, or maybe when you finally get married and have kids, and you look back at this, and what's interesting is you probably don't know at all what's going on right now in today's time, how different this year is compared to all of the years that I've been alive. and you're here, and it's like, so part of me is kind of sad just because like this is kind of like a normal thing for you, and for me it's not a normal situation. But I know with you being in this crazy situation and being able to push through it, it's just going to make you that much stronger. And I hope that one day when you get older, you have your kids, you just learn to teach them the same values that me and your mom has taught you. You can just look back and remember that, hey, in 2020 I started first grade in person. I had to wear a mask. It was totally different, but you know what? I succeeded, and we're gonna get through this. And so I love you, and just remember, you got this.